Hoyt's Bowhunting Whitetails is brought to you by Redneck Blinds, Code of Silence Apparel, Hunt Stand Pro Whitetail App, Whitetail Institute, Research Equals Results, B3 Releases, XO Broadheads, Exact Sights, and Hoyt. It's opening day. Jordan's got her winter clothes on.
Yeah, it's about 65 degrees and I dressed for about 15 degrees. So that was a rookie mistake out of me.
Fortunately, it was a short walk.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we were able to drive within about maybe 100 yards, coming in on the backside of the slope. We're sitting up on a ridge top here. The wind is blowing right into our face out of the northwest. Takes our scent off the back of the ridge behind. And it should be, maybe anything that comes behind us has a chance of picking us up, but hopefully it blows over the top of them. But we expect most of the action out in front of us. There's a bedding point out to our left, and we've had a couple of 8-pointers on the cameras in that direction, the camera, and showing a little bit of daylight activity. Definitely they'd be really good Jordan shooters. We got a couple categories of shooters on this farm. There's a lot more Jordan shooters than Bill shooters.
The Jordan shooter criteria is not quite as strict, I wouldn't say.
No, we got a little bit of room there.
Yeah.
A little wiggle room.
A lot more generous.
So the open gate is to our right, bedding point to our left. Deer, in theory, should be moving through from left to right, coming from bed, heading to food. I did notice, though, coming up from where we parked, there's a lot of acorns. So, they might not be going out to the ag in order to feed.
More than you thought?
Yeah, they're not going to last long.
Right.
But there are acorns on the ground, so they don't necessarily have to go to the food plots or the fields. So it feels good to be back in the tree.
It's been a while. I don't think I've sat in a tree stand. No, I went like once last year.
Yeah.
I haven't.
We went to the open gate.
Yeah.
And I shot a doe with your bow.
Yes.
Because you were injured. You couldn't get your bow back.
Mm-hmm. And
I couldn't stand the fact that she was out there milling back and forth for 20 minutes.
Just had to go.
So I shot her with Jordan's bow. It was kind of cool though, because we had a chance to test out those, the B3 Destruct broadhead.
And it dropped her.
Yeah, I hit her in the shoulder.
Yeah, through the shoulder.
Yep.
With like 40 pounds.
Yeah, or less. I don't know what you were shooting. Yeah. So it did a number. So it made a believer out of me right then.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what she's got on her bow right now. It's perfect it's good for any situation. I'll be shooting them quite a bit too, but it's a really good penetrating head for somebody shooting the lower poundages, and it's accurate. So what else can we say? Cold front. It was hot yesterday. Perfect conditions today. Wind in our face. About a 5 to 15 mile an hour wind. And we got about 2.5 hours, roughly, until the end of legal shooting time. Got about an hour till the end of legal shooting time here. Had a little excitement with the doe coming down the lane. She did just exactly what we were hoping, coming from that bedding area and heading up toward the open gate. We had probably a tactical error there that cost us that deer. Usually when Jordan gets in the stand, she'll take at least one practice shot, sometimes as many as 3, just to get a feel for the shooting lanes and, to stay limber and ready to go. she took the shot right in the area where we expected the deer to come, which is a good rehearsal. The only problem is the doe came right there, and she saw that arrow, and then she stopped and was sniffing on it, and
there's a tree
yeah,
that was right where I needed to shoot, so I couldn't get the shot off. When she was stopped sniffing that arrow, and she did that for a really long time. So I just sat there at full draw for felt like an hour.
yeah, it was probably 45 minutes.
Yeah, give or take.
It was a long time though. It was probably a minute at least.
Yeah,
maybe a
more.
minute and a half. Yeah. So yeah, they ended up catching a twig on that tree, trying to squeeze the shot in there, but there'll be others. She wasn't very spooked. She just ran over to the edge of the woods, and then she kind of looked back and then trotted off. So
because we thought she was going to come back for a second.
she came back a little ways and was looking.
Yeah.
So we still have, like I said, at least an hour, and I mean, I think the way we're set up is pretty good. I mean, the next one that comes through might be a buck. Down to the last 20 minutes. And I have to be whispering pretty carefully because there's a doe. There's a doe 30 yards away in that little wintergreens plot on the other side of the lane.
She had a fawn with her, but it scampered off.
Yeah, fawn left. We need this doe either to come in and give Jordan a shot, or we need it to leave because I don't really want to spook it. This is a good spot. I think this is going to be a spot when the rut comes where there's going to be bucks all over the place. And here we hate,
It's like an interstate.
yeah, we hate spooking this doe out of here. But anyway, that's been a pretty good hunt overall, pretty good action. Nice, cool evening. I would say there's still some chance of something else coming, but
About 15 minutes or so.
yeah, down to the wire. If anything does show up that we can film, we'll bring it to you right here in the close. Otherwise, we're going to wrap up right here. And we'll be out again tomorrow evening, so check back for another video from that hunt. We're going to go after that fat buck. He's kind of haunting our dreams. We want to get a scale out, see how much that guy weighs.
Fill a couple freezers.
Yeah, we bought an extra deep freeze just to put him in. All right, we better get down to business here. That doe is still there. We appreciate you joining us. We'll see you right back here again soon. Is that a squirrel? Yeah, squirrel. Squirrel, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see you back here again soon for the next episode of Hoyt's Bowhunting Whitetails. And remember to always
Dream big.